This is how to program the RSI and Stochastics trading robot on MQL4. So the first thing is you guys need to have your charts open. I'm using pound yen as the standard for the channel. And for this video, we're going to open up and use the RSI on a period of 10 and stochastics on a 10-6-6. Okay. Now, once you have those values plugged in, and they're pretty easy to plug in, guys. Once you drag it to the screen, it'll look like this: 10-6-6 for your K period, D period, and your slowing. And for your RSI will be 10 for your period. Now, the scenario that we're looking for is when the RSI dips below the 30, and the stochastics goes from green over red, like this indication right here. So we're looking to go long at this position and close out on a high reward, risk reward trade. Now, this is not designed to make money, guys, but designed to teach you how to use both indicators in this scenario. So the next thing we need to do is open up the window, go to your MetaQuotes. Once on MetaQuotes, guys, hit New, go to Expert Advisor, type in the name of the advisor that you want to name it as, and just keep clicking Next all the way through. Once that is done, scroll down to the on tick, and that's what we're going to be primarily dealing with. Okay, so let me break down this formula for us. The first thing we're going to look at is creating a double. Now, the double will make it so that it's not just a whole number. You get all the small little decimal points with it. We're going to call this one the RSI. It's going to be on the current candle, okay? We're going to use the default or the code that's already provided to us within the MetaQuotes. RSI should be green. And if you want to know how to use that, just double click it and hit F1. F1 will break it down. So we have the symbol, time frame, period, applied price, and the shift. And we're going to be using this code right here, 0, 0, with the period of 10, our mode basically, and our shift is 0. Okay, we're using the exact same thing, but do an _1 and put a 1 in the shift. Okay, once you do that, the RSI is finished. Now we're going to do something very similar with the stochastics. We're going to use the main and we're going to use the signal. Remember to put it as a double. We're going to use stochastics right there. We use Stochastic, and if you want to learn how to use that, once again, just type that in and hit F1, and they'll give you an example down below, okay? And it'll give us our int, our time, our K period, our D period. And if you want another example on how to do this, delete something like this, and it'll bring it out. So you'll type in the K period, the int for the D period, the int for the slowing, you have your mode, you have your enum for your straw price, and your signal, which would be mode signal, and your current shift will be 0. Once we have all those done, we're going to use by scenario 1, like we done in the other videos. Keep it simple, make it so that anyone can be able to read this and understand what you're doing. We're going to use a bool, either meaning true or false, and we're going to use by scenario. We can use by scenario 1 in this predicament, and we're going to use a parentheses in either the RSI current candle or the RSI one candle back is less than 30, double and symbol, and stochastics main is greater than stochastic mode signal. Once we have this scenario and it reads as true, we're going to head down to our if statement. It's the same if statement as we've done in the previous videos, guys, but our difference will be that the by scenario is different from here. Okay, so as we go down from the our total orders equals 0 and our by scenario equals true, once we have those two things, we have an int, yes, and then for that we're going to do order send. If you want to learn how to do that, do F1 and it will break down that order send function. Okay, now that we have that, we're going to have null. OP buy means instant execution buy, and if you want to change that to a different one, just hit that as F1. You're going to either do a buy, instant execution buy, or a sell, pending order for buy limits, or do buy stops. And remember, if you do these here, you got to add the time in over here, okay? But since we're doing instant execution, we're going to use 0.01 lots. We're going to enter off the ask price with the slippage of 10. Once we have our slippage of 10, we're going to add the ask minus 50 pips, and the take profit will be the ask plus 150 pips. We're going to use null for the comments, 1 for the magic number, 0 for the time frame, or the pinning time frame and stuff. And then we're going to use color black. So once we have that all, we're going to hit compile. And oops, I got to make this the same. And remember, guys, this code is not on the website. It's on the video. So you got to pause it and do stuff like that just to get it down, okay? So now we have buy scenario 1, our buy scenario working. We have no errors. We're going to head to our MetaTrader, okay? Once we have MetaTrader up, we can see our example. We're going to use pound yen. We're going to run it on the hourly. We're going to hit stop because I did it from last time. And now we're going to run it again. RSI and Stochastic Trading Robot. We're going to hit start. Now make sure, guys, now this is up to you guys by changing the color. I like changing the color because it's a little bit easier for my eyes. But if we start doing this, and you'll see that we entered in a trade so far. But let's get back to our settings over here, okay? We're using 10, 6, 6. Oops, looks 66. 10, 6, 6. And our RSI is at 10. And we look back at that previous indication when we enter the trade just about here. See? See how it lined up right there? One back. So we entered in our buy trade. Now you can modify the take profit, the stop loss, whatever you like. Just that this is a basic thing that we're creating with this. And if you want to add more to it, add more complexities, add some technical analysis, you can. Just let me know. I can add a more in-depth part of this video like I did with the rune up and down and the CMF. Okay, let's continue on with the video. So now that we see that it's trading, as long as it hit those requirements, we either take a loss or take a profit. Now we can make a trailing stop loss. There's a lot of factors that we can make in this. And remember, we're not trying to make money. We're just trying to build a trading robot, okay, using these two indicators. Now, it's very simple, and what it does is it keeps on looking for that same pattern. Now, you can add more indicators to the bull and making it, looking for more specific things. Add what you like, okay? But this is a very simple way to create a RSI and Stochastic trading robot. If any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section or in the Discord. Join the Discord. It's in, or the Telegram. It's in the first pinned comment or in the description box of the video. And if you want to talk about that stuff, just let me know and we can add more to the video or add more to this robot. But just wanted to give you guys a very easy tutorial on using the two. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you. Peace.